right, so let me do the quick Prague Power rundown.
Bad.
I missed.
Bad.
Okay, I missed the first. Well, I wouldn't say I missed it.
I wouldn't say you missed it,
but I didn't go the first night. So here, on the off chance anyone listens this far into this episode anyway, let me talk about it. So the tickets to so Prague Power is 4 days now,
but it's really like two separate things,
right? Which is
it used to be three separate things,
right? The biggest problem with it being 4 days is they don't offer a 4-day ticket, and so fuck you,
right?
But the first 2 nights after fees and everything, like $140, and I made a stink about that. So I didn't have a ticket. So the last minute, one of the bands that I actually considered, I was actually going to try to get a last minute ticket just for like podcast ability, was Glory Hammer. But they canceled.
Well, they didn't get their visas.
Right, visa. Right. But which also though, like, I mean, they didn't. Glenn didn't have any issue with them, but the fact that like A, it was visas at the last minute, and B, they posted it before telling anybody. They just posted on their page like, "Oh, we're not coming," and like he usually hates that shit.
So of course Glenn's pissed,
right? Because he doesn't have a way to make a narrative around it.
Yeah, he prefers to announce it once he's already got the replacement. Mm-hmm. But luckily, the replacement was Ghost Ship Octavius, who were actually really awesome. So the only
legitimately awesome, they're good.
Yeah, they're good.
They are good. I've heard them.
So Van Williams, they have a lot of Nevermore connections. Basically, Van was in Nevermore. The main guitar player Matt Wickland was in God Forbid. Right. He also is on World Dane's solo album, and it's like his band.
The War Machine one.
I don't know.
That was a good album, but
yeah, I haven't heard. I really actually.
I thought he had more than one at this point.
Well, it just was the Worrell and the Jeff Loomis solo albums. They just really sound like same time. Second-rate Nevermore. Right.
They were good though. I like both of them.
I listened to them each like once or twice.
It's kind of like listening to the new Sanctuary, right?
Yeah.
More or less.
Sounds more like Nevermore though than new Sanctuary. Sounds like more like Sanctuary.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. It's like light because you don't get the.
Because it is now without novelty.
Yeah. So, but the Ghost Ship is really good. Let's see. And then Blind Guardian was the headliner that night, but they were doing all of Imaginations from the other side, which is before they started layering too much shit. So it actually sounded really good. It was the best I've ever heard them sound. I've seen them 3 times and they sounded like garbage the first 2 times.
Even people I know who really like Blind Guardian say, "Oh, they're terrible live. Don't go see them."
They have been. But here's the interesting thing. I think it's one of these weird cases where like when the first couple times I saw them, they didn't ever perform live. They were a studio band for a long time.
Well, they had some.
Well, they performed in Europe, but they very rarely. They didn't play live a lot. They never. The first time I saw them in the U.S. was the first time they were in the U.S.
Right.
And they also for one thing, they have a keyboard player now, and so he fills in some of the blanks because I think they're like super against backing tracks or some shit, even though you're like, you guys are like should be the poster child for backing tracks. But they worked it out. And so the other thing is, I think that given 10 years, they've just gotten better at playing live. And the main thing I noticed is that the way Hansi sings is that almost everything...
Like a horse neighing?
Yes. Almost everything is double tracked, one with a very low, like vocal level track, and then the high screamy track. And the problem is, live, you can't do both of them. Ain't got no backing tracks, although they did do a very good job with like real backing vocals when it was like really necessary. But so he has to choose, like he can't scream the entire set. Not only would it not sound that great, but I'm sure he just can't keep that up airwise. Yeah. But so he has to choose when to drop to the lower octave or jump to the higher one. And my complaint, less so this time than either the previous times, but it reminded me what my complaint was the first time, which is that sometimes it's not like the right time in terms of like
the song,
like dramatically or within the song. You're like, that was the one time in the song you really should have done the screamy part and you didn't. What gives? But he only did like 1 or 2 times this time, so he made better choices in that regard. It was still this jumping up and down thing, which is occasionally, especially because the lower range and the lower range sounds like shit because it's not like he works on singing down in that range. He just double tracks that for the thing. It's rarely the more prominent track. So it's like, it literally is, it does sound like him, pussing out on high notes and shit, even though it's really not what it is. It's just trying not to scream the entire set. But it's like, when you just remember like, I was gonna sing this one lower, you're just like, what? So yeah, but again, he sounded better, and overall they sounded better than any other time I'd seen them. It was surprisingly good. They played a few other songs that aren't on that album, which reminded me why I don't listen to their new albums, because the one song they played from the new album, because their newest album is like their Back to Our Roots thing, because like they finally like stopped adding layers, like 3 albums too late, like stopped layering shit, and like maybe we should go back to like when we were a metal band.
And people listen to them.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, I think people were sick of it. So the latest one, like there's this track that they played, and it starts off good. You're like, oh yeah, back to our roots. And then the chorus comes, and you're like, what? Have you guys been hanging out with Scar Symmetry? Because it's just way too sing-songy, and you're like, oh no, what? Why? And so
I hate when bands have that, like. They have part of the song that's like great, and it builds and builds and builds, and then they just like drop the floor out from under you and have this shitty section.
Yeah, have a little happy sing song.
Yeah. Unless you're like broke inside,
right?
Unless that's your whole.
Well, that's like System of a Down's MO is like half a song that's maybe decent, and the rest is like crap.
Well, I just can't stand Serge's voice.
Right.
Like, so I can't listen to that band at all.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So, okay, so that was, but the best part is I paid $30 for my ticket.
Sick.
That I got at the last minute. And
clearly you were the winner out of that crowd.
Yes. And I only watched 2 bands, and I enjoyed them both. And I think we recorded a chunk of podcast in between those bands.
Nice.
Okay, so the main fest days, although it's called days 3 and 4 now, which also makes it sound, whatever. Okay, so I'm just gonna read names because I didn't watch these fuckers. Let's see, Ascendia I missed, but I've
never heard of this band.
Okay, but if you're gonna have to say that like every time,
right. I know, but I really want to drive this point.
Okay,
that's where this festival is going these days.
True. Well, but again, okay, so except they're like for people who go to it because they're the ones who've heard of them, right? Like every band that gets announced, you're like,
you mean the people that buy everything that comes via Inside Out or like Nightmare Records?
Exactly.
Right.
And
they're on the mailing list.
Keeping them in business. Like, right. So anyway, Ascendia, I had seen a couple videos of them, so I knew that it didn't matter if I missed them because it was super just generic. And also the dude, I was like, the singer's not gonna be good live, just the way that he's like sounds like he's straining and has to sing everything like just above his break. And from what I heard from people who watched them, he wasn't very good live. And so I didn't mind missing them. Then this band Vantage Point, super generic, I didn't care. Freedom Call is...
I have heard of this band.
Super, like, when did they... Let me see when they've been announced. 1998. Oh, I thought they'd be older than that. I guess they were like, second generation, like... Oh,
they were just played
for
out
how
then
generic
too.
they sound. I was like, I'm surprised that they're not older than that. I assumed they were. Yes, the Associated X, Halloween, Gamma Ray, Iron Sea. I wondered, but does that mean like people have been in those bands or something, or just associated because they sound like them?
It's usually.
Is it Wiki? It's usually members.
Yes,
right?
someone was in something.
Or somebody guested once, and
right. Which would make sense. Well, it makes sense. They're like, German, and they probably
German
must.
Power
I don't know any of these names.
Every other German power metal band is associated with them.
I don't know any of these names except for the guy that I just met. Oh, there's also a lot of former members, so they may have used to had more famous ones or something. So I don't know. Anyway, the point is, everyone from Prog has heard about them. They're one of those bands that some people have been like, when is Freedom Call gonna play?
Right.
And every time I've been like, who are these guys? And tried to listen to it, I'm just like, why?
Right.
No.
Because it's somebody likes like 2 Freedom Call songs and they want to see the band, right?
Yeah, it's I mean,
they
I
want
think
to subject everyone else to
is that the one
mediocrity.
Yeah. So anyway, I have a whole other story about the guitar player from that band, which we'll get to later. So then there was the Gentle Storm, which is the Arjen Lucassen project fronted by Anneke van Giersbergen, and I watched a few songs and I was like, Arjen sounds like Arjen. Like it sounds like every other granted,
everything he does.
They did play a couple older songs, which somebody was super excited about, and I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Right.
Maybe that was the one I heard, or maybe not, because they all sounded the same. Yeah, so I was like, I mean, a lot of people are...
The only difference is it either does or does not have James LeBray.
Yes.
That is a very important difference.
Also, of course, Arian wasn't there. Like, he doesn't go places or perform shows. And there's actually two. Oh yeah, Stream of Passion also played. They're another project of his.
What? Is that?
But he wasn't there.
This is a band name.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, was he not there? So it was the rest.
Two of his projects were there. He was not there. And the best part is
the whole selling point for.
Right. And the best part is when they announced it last year, a bunch of people were like, "Oh my god, Arjun's coming!" And then like the next day, it had to be like, "Just to be clear, the bands are coming, but not Arjun." It's like not like you need him there. His music is so simple.
Right,
like
he doesn't play out. Like he
just sits at home and takes your money.
Musician.
He just sits at home and collects these dudes' money.
I'm still confused about why you would name your band Stream of Passion.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, Arion. Like after that, anything's better.
I would rather
the Gentle
be
Storm.
Arion than.
Right.
Okay, so after the Gentle Storm was Scar Symmetry.
My favorite band.
I didn't really take any notes.
Did they wear any American flag stuff?
I don't think so.
Oh, that was reserved.
They're from Sweden.
That was reserved for New York.
They hadn't bought them yet. That's what it was.
Oh, they came here.
Oh, they probably did because I was like, they're Sweden. I'm like, why would they even be wearing U.S. stuff? Like,
I know, that's why.
Because they came to New York and they were like, did they? Well, no, I was gonna say they should have had like I Heart New York shirt or something. Even more pandering.
No, they probably landed in Hartsfield. They played Prague Power and then they came here and did some shopping. Like every foreign band.
That Prague Power money.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, actually, the sponsors, they take care of them.
Right. So I watched like two songs, Scar Symmetry, and like once the other dude started singing, I was just like, oh man, no thank you.
I'm pretty sure they all lose money on the tours, but they definitely make money on coming to Prague Power.
Yeah. Also, like the guitar player for Scar Symmetry, Per Nilsson, has one of the newest Strandberg signature models. But it's also like one of their cheapest models, and it also has none of the features you would buy a Strandberg for.
Is that the squiggly fret one?
No, it's straight fret. It's one scale. It's like 25 and a half. It's like a normal scale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a 7-string. I think it's like a. Let's see what else is.
They're going down market.
It's got like a normal neck, although you prefer that. But this one, again, like none of the like fancy.
Right, because I'm not gonna buy it.
Right.
So there's
cheap
no
too. It
there's
looks
no
like a cheap
point
piece of crap.
to making, because that's like half of my guitars are 25.5 7 strings with normal frets, but I'm not gonna run out and buy the Strandberg one, right? Yeah.
Right, and like a headless one with like a blood splatter paint job that it looks cheap too. Like I'm looking at pictures that somebody professionally took to make it look like a quality instrument, and I'm like,
not a paint job.
This guitar looks cheap.
Someone made that guitar and blew their brains out.
Maybe they were listening to Scar Symmetry. Also, it's like proprietary like signature pickups, which is always a bad sign. Like, hey, we just started making pickups. Like, no, thank you.
Yeah,
please let me have other pickups. Anyway, so then Fate's Warning was the Awaken the Guardian performed with John Arch.
I really wanted to see that. Yeah,
it was really good, and he sounded really good. And although I will say this. It was very similar to my original experience listening to the album, which is I listened to about 2/3 of it, and then I don't want to hear him sing anymore. Right. And like I'm just burnt out. It's like King Diamond, right? Mm-hmm. It's like it's cool for a few songs, and then I'm just like, all right, dude. Yeah. So then I'm like, all right, let's get Ray Alder in here. But
well, you remember when we met Oyvind?
Well, Ray's bad too,
and he was like,
but he's tastefully like it's just that he doesn't scream all the time.
Like his voice is blown out. Like it's really obvious.
Right. Well, that's why he doesn't sing high anymore.
Yeah, but when he's not singing high, he sounds good. Like at least
when we saw them at St. Vitus, that show ruled.
The first time I saw Ray, he sounded like he had lung cancer.
Well, because he smokes.
Right. So he's hit or miss, but when he's good, he still sounds good on albums still. And the point is he doesn't sing fucking like he doesn't sound like he's trying to make everything into the Phrygian mode when it's not. But it was actually really good. And not actually, it was really good. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say about it. But
you were talking about St. Vitus. Rich?
Yeah, no, when we saw, that's the thing, like I've seen terrible Fates Warning shows.
Yeah.
And that one at St. Vitus.
The one in Connecticut.
The last one that we saw was awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that this one was also good. And also when John Arch did that thing, that Arch Mathos album a couple of years ago, he sounded really good.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised that it worked. And yeah, I would have liked to have seen that set.
They have Bobby with them?
I know because it was the original lineup.
Original lineup. I'd rather see Bobby.
Well, me too. I was
Right.
I was like, but but it was still really good. And let's see. Okay, so the last day. Let's see, Savage Messiah. I don't know. I didn't.
Never heard of him.
I think I heard a few seconds of it. It was just more generic, like fucking.
Power
I mean,
metal.
Messiah's in their name. Like, pass.
It
Sorry.
claims that they're.
But Shotgun Messiah.
It claims they're thrash, but like debatable, or maybe it's
What was
just
that?
like
But
bad
don't people also
thrash?
call like Sabaton thrash? They're not thrash.
I don't know.
I feel like it's one of those terms people don't know what it means. People call everything from power metal to death metal thrash. I've heard a lot.
Yeah. Okay, so worst name. The next band is Urban's new band, Sirius Black.
No, nothing is worse than Stream of Passion.
Wait.
Sirius
Okay.
Black is a dumb name.
But here's the thing. So
But it could be funny. Like, you could do something really awesome with that.
no, it's
Not
okay.
that
so
Urban's
it's-
gonna do something
it's-
really
first
awesome
of all,
with that.
it's not spelled like the Harry Potter character name.
Okay.
It's spelled serious, like metal is serious business.
Right.
So two things you want people to think about when they hear the name of your metal band: one, how fucking serious you are,
Right.
and two, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Just want to immediately think of Harry Potter. Because there's a character called Sirius Black, but Sirius like the constellation.
Yeah.
And so name your band after it, but then make it like not a pun, just Sirius
Right.
Black. Like, but they're just they're
It's very Spinal Tap. None more black.
yeah.
He ripped off
It's-
my one of my hip hop.
It's the same.
Ideas.
Okay, it's the same
Righteous
problem.
Black.
But here's the thing. It's the same issue as every band he's been in since Tad Morose.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an average, like AOR or like not very fast power metal band, and nobody can write any interesting songs.
But Tad Morose was Power Doom, which the only other band who did that was Memory Garden.
And Memory
But
Garden's
Memory
amazing.
Garden is amazing. Tad Morose is like, all right,
Yeah.
I will listen to Tad Morose.
my point is that it's been
especially
downhill
because
since.
of how stupid the lyrics are.
Why can't somebody like write a song for Urban?
That also means in that style, there's no terrible band. Like,
Because
Tad
there's-
Morose is the worst it gets.
There's
worst it
only
gets,
two.
right?
Well, was Mundanus
there's somebody else.
Imperium?
gotta.
Did they count as a Power Doom band?
Shit, I don't know.
Because they had that Star Wars song.
I didn't hear it.
Oh, you've never heard it?
No.
Oh my god, it's the best worst metal song of all time.
Send it to me later.
Oh my god, it's amazing. Also, there's a legitimately like every metal cover of Stargazer is seemingly great, and that the one they do is no exception. But oh man, the Star Wars song. We
Yeah,
actually
send that to
we
me.
should play that on the podcast.
Yeah.
I think because probably no one has heard it. Mm-hmm. Oh my god, yeah. We can get some hits. We'll hashtag
Sweet.
that. We should have included that on our
Right.
when I talked about how I went and saw the movie. Damn it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, shit.
All right, so this is actually okay. So the one I have the most notes for, well, not notes, but so Green Carnation was playing this 60-minute song they wrote.
Yeah, I don't understand the hype. for
Here's the
this.
thing. So okay, I had not heard it. This was my approach because I was really hungry, so I wanted to go get food, and I figured like I don't care if I missed the beginning of their set. So what I did was. I took my food back to my room and I put it on Spotify like right around when their set was starting. So if it's way better than I think, I can rush over there.
Yeah.
If it's not, I can take my time. I took my time, but spoiler alert. But but that way, I could try to. I would only miss like a little bit in the middle. But here's what happened. So I was listening to this album, and I figured out why the song is 60 minutes long. Because everything goes on 4 times as long as it needs to. This is a 15-minute
15
song that you stretched out to 60 minutes. Oh my god!
Remember, kids, longer is better.
So like, it's also just not like. People were raving about this set. Now, to be fair, once I actually got there, it did sound better live because the dude has gotten like slightly better at singing since like I think this is like 10-year-old album or something, but not that much. And it's sort of like I guess it's supposed to be like prog doom kind of like, which also explains it being way too long, but. Oh man, okay, so here's the best part. So as I was reading, I had all these great comments that I did not post because I wasn't actually at the show. So I don't want to criticize it when I'm not actually there, but but it's all true. So let me find the if I actually wrote down notes. So one of the best parts, I was reading up about it because I'm like, what is, like, okay, there's some concept to it. What is it?
I don't get the band at all. I can't really tell you.
Well, honestly, okay, it doesn't matter. Forget the band. It's just this one dude, right? It's this one dude's like prog-ish project. He used to be he was in Emperor, but I don't know how long he was an Emperor, and he was the bass player for Emperor, and then he went and did his own prog thing. So it's called Light of Day, Day of Darkness, and it's about, like, I guess one of his kids died, and then about the other one being born or whatever. But
did he call him a loser?
No. If you fall.
But here's what this is the most ridiculous part of it. It is okay, and it's even dumber by the way that it's worded in the Wikipedia entry, especially because, like, who wrote this? Probably the band. It is said that 600 different samples were used in the editing of the song.
It is said, or that happened?
It is said, right. Is this an urban legend? Like, because I don't think anybody cares enough. And here's the other thing. That's not something to brag about for multiple reasons. One, 600 samples. So how many instruments is that? Because each instrument needs a fair amount of samples. If you're just counting by literally the number of, like, audio files involved in the sampled instruments, right, 600 is not that easy to hit. I mean, not that hard to hit. 88 notes. If you have each note sampled individually. So anyway, and then, yeah, the whole thing. So, like, I guess he had, and then obviously they didn't have any of those instruments at the show, right? But I think they had like a sitar or something. But again, I literally came in to the show, watched like 30 seconds of a song, and I'm just as bored as I was listening to it on Spotify in my room.
But there I had food.
So then I went out in the lobby to, like, talk to people and ignore it. But I don't know, people were raving, and I was like, man, I don't know why. It was, I don't think this was very good to begin with. Yeah, so let's see. Okay, so then Refuge, which is members of, is the classic Rage lineup, which is already a band I don't listen to. So here's what I know about Rage. The last time, so Rage played Prog Power. I'm assuming it's the same dudes.
Yeah, and well, the thing of note about that set was that I think that's the only North American show they ever played, right?
Or at least that lineup, because the whole thing is Rage is like, these dudes aren't in Rage anymore, but they are the classic lineup of Rage. So that's why they had to use a different name, which they went by Refuge. But I was like,
it's the refuge from being in Rage.
I'm like, what's Rage doing?
Why did they just call it, like, Rage Denied?
Seriously. Fucking, I don't know. Anyway, I didn't need to see that, because all I remember from the first Rage performance was that I walked in and was like, nope, and then I walked back out, and they were the last band, so I was like, time to party.
The classic Rage effect.
Well, no, do you remember though that people moshed and people got pissed, and then they, like, banned moshing at the fest?
And like you said, they literally call it the Rage effect when
when everybody leaves after a band that kills.
Or a bunch of people are there because they're like, oh my god, and then, like, a bunch of people are like, I don't know these guys, fuck it,
right?
And then everyone who stayed was like, you missed the best, and I was like, I saw enough to know that is not true.
That's like that year that Mercenary played and Evergrey went on after them, and Mercenary was amazing, and Evergrey was played like a 3.5 hour, like, dull set.
Yeah, but everyone wanted that shit.
I know.
I watched them both.
Oh, so did I, but it ruined Evergrey for me.
It was definitely like, it was their most, like, I mean,
4-piece string quartet. Come on.
I mean,
a wedding on stage or marriage proposal.
Well, that was ridiculous. Right. But, they were doing the same thing as their excessively long DVD, which is like, could you
asking the crowd to clap every 5 minutes?
Right, pretty much. But, like, I don't know. That was surprisingly one of my least favorite Evergrey shows, which is a shame.
Because they're a good band. For sure.
Yeah, they're great. And but it's the same thing. It's like it's like that was the peak of their. It's like that scene's interest in them, right? Because it's not like they were like, the reason they were doing it is because it was like, we can't do this anymore but Prog Power, and we need to come up with something special to do.
Right.
and you know, like you can do that for one show for a DVD because
that's where they made it to Prague Power House Band status. So.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Them in Haken's mind.
Yeah. But unfortunately, you do that shit. Like it takes away from it can tend to take away from being a metal band. Also, that was when they were still, I think, down some members, right? Was Henrik in the band?
I don't even know.
I don't know.
I never paid attention who's in that band.
Well, it matters though. Their back to the roots phase involves re-involving
the
members of the
leather
band.
skirt commands your attention.
Yeah, unfortunately, the leather skirt does not return.
I know,
but
and also don't they have the really pretty drummer? They don't have the original drummer.
Yeah.
But that dude can play.
Yeah,
But he was
good.
like 12 when he joined the band.
the keyboard player left and came back. Although I don't know if he left long enough for
anyone
Commander.
That's all we're
to
going to
notice.
talk about on this podcast, like pretty dudes.
I think it's really funny when you're in a metal band and it's like really dark and you're like super pretty. It's just like, no, you don't understand. This guy
It's like
looked
they
like
had to be in a metal band to like show
to
everyone
toughen
that they're
up.
tough.
To toughen up.
Yeah.
No, this
Yeah.
guy looked like George Michael.
Oh my
like
God.
I mean, it's like you're watching a Wham video and he's playing a violin. Like,
So
Get your winger tickets now.
last two bands.
it's not too far away.
Last two bands for Prague Power, Haken, which I've
Yeah,
seen
I do
like
not like this band.
more than I need to.
I don't. And people
That's like everyone's new favorite.
People
Okay,
love
here's the
this
thing.
band.
Here's the
even
thing.
like Ben likes this band.
Right. Okay. Here's
I
I get
don't
why.
get it.
Here's why.
Ben is in Power Glove.
They're the
Yeah.
There's been a huge falling off.
What other Ben is there?
Right.
There's been a huge falling off of Dream Theater clone bands, right? So Haken is like the closest thing to like a new Dream
yeah,
Theater.
that's a good point.
And they're continuing that thread. And one of the main reasons I don't like them is that the singer is like their singer makes James LeBrie look tough, right? They make him sound aggressive
Whoa.
with how soft this
That
dude's
is-
voice
that
is.
is-
Like he doesn't cut. Like he just drowns in the mix. And it's like, and also like, you know, they playing like, the other thing I noticed this time watching them too is that, the other thing they do that appeals to current audiences is they borrow a little bit. They have 8 strings, but they're not really djenty.
Oh, yeah.
But a little bit djenty, just a little bit.
They take out the gen
And
stick
they
every now and then.
they clearly never fucking listened to Meshuggah,
Right.
because it's just nothing remotely close to that happens. So like the gentiness is like they heard Animals as Leaders once or Periphery, and they're like, gent. Yeah, we'll do one of
the
that
stuff
once in a
that
while.
sells.
Right. But
Right.
then they got to go back to, you know, the super major sing-songy,
Right.
keyboardy stuff. But what I really realized is that that's my main issue with that. But the other thing is their guitar players, like, it's the same thing where I'm like they can tap and shit, but like their leads are just awful. Like either they're all tapping, which is like 3/4 of their leads. They're just like it's like when they picked up the guitar, like they did. I don't.
Well, that's why they're not a gent band yet.
What do you mean?
Because I mean, like,
Gent dudes do a ton of tapping.
yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Like, if they're not good at it, that's why
No,
they're
they're
not
good at it.
Oh.
No, but I'm saying like, no, this is the thing about guitar players right now,
Right.
especially in Gent, is that it's like, to me, it was like, okay, you learn to play guitar and then tapping is
Right.
an extra thing. But it's like they went into a guitar lesson and the guy's like, all right, so we're going to tap for
That's
like
all
6
you do.
months.
Right.
And then I'll teach you what a pick is, you know, like,
Right.
and that's like their pick, like they can play pick stuff, but when they do it, the solos are just bad for one. They're just terribly written because they're just like, and they go nowhere. And I mean, not that the tapping is much better. That's part of the issue with tapping is there's a lot of times where people do tapping parts and there's like no accounting for like the redundant notes.
Sure.
Because what happens when you stretch out your notes like that is they become redundant because of how the guitar is tuned. And so there's all these like, but like one note is like 3 of the notes are like the same note. And so like melodically it makes no sense, right? But
What's melody?
right, exactly. Basically, that sums it up. But anyway, so they have that
How do you
same
end a
issue.
song?
What's a song?
That
And
and
we
they're-
just play all the notes.
so I didn't know this until I saw it live, but there's a new album. They had this song called 1985, and everyone's like, man, they really nailed that like 80s thing. Except there were no 8-string guitars in
That
the
actually
80s.
pisses me off.
And there's like an 8-string part where it's like, I'm like,
Oh,
how is
so-
this fucking
so-
One of my
80s?
favorite bands has a song called 1985 and it fucking rules. Makeup.
Oh yeah,
A Japanese
Well,
band.
the-
Yeah,
but
that song
so
fucking rules.
Here's
man.
the thing, though. It's so, you know, when Iced wrote that song 1776 or whatever, they were trying to capture the sound of the era.
Right.
So I didn't realize this was supposed to be an 80s song.
Right.
I thought it was just supposed to be like a
Well, and that's the thing, but it's also it's not. It's like there's some stuff that stylistically fits, but so much less than if you were like, we just wrote this fucking like tribute to the 80s and we're in a metal band. I'm like, it's so far off from what I expect with that.
They picked the year in the middle of the decade that they're writing the tribute to. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what I haven't like read the lyrics or anything, so I don't know what it's about, and I can't like follow them when the dude's singing because he sounds like a ghost.
probably Back to the Future tribute. Let's be honest.
That would be way cooler. That would be way cooler than what they did. But yeah, mainly it's just like no, and like the dude. That was when I posted that picture. The dude had like the neon shutter shades.
when he looked like when I said LMFAO Schwartz.
Yes. Yes. Which I assume is a place that sells cocaine and marital aids. And
where is the store? I'm there now.
We're gonna open it.
Right.
Right. And although the best part, I'll have to post it with this, but is that the picture I caught? He looks so sad.
Aww.
Like he just looks like.
Oh, I didn't get that picture when
like,
I saw it before. Yeah.
No, he's like,
now it all makes
like,
sense.
He's like, I'm sorry for party rocking. The fun times are over now. I'm coming down off all the cocaine.
Which is funny because his outfit says, "We're really glad to be here playing Kevin's 10th birthday party."
Wait, hold that picture up again.
So for those,
It looks like he wanted to be in typo negative, but that's not a thing anymore.
For those of you playing the home game, he's wearing all black, but it's like a black dress shirt
and a green tie,
lime green tie, and sparkly shutter shades.
Right.
And then he has
they're blue and pink, and they actually
he has
light
this
up.
kind of like Weird Al hairdo.
And I happen to catch him like in between doing things, so he like. If the rest of the, like, I when I see this picture, I'm imagining the rest of the band is like still playing, and he's just standing there holding the mic, like, oh, what have I done with my life, right? And again, the way he's dressed, I'm like, are you at a birthday party?
How do we make a band that's the crossover between like typo negative and LMFAO?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say in a children's birthday party.
Broken Side sounds pretty on the mark.
Broken Side hit a lot of marks. They were. I was a big fan, but I'm pretty sure they didn't understand what they were doing. They were unintentionally. Awesome. They stumbled onto genius. Them and Attack, yeah. My two favorite bands. I don't know how many times I listened to Stick Stickly, but it was a lot. The other thing I love is they have the girl in that video. You're like, she's not that cute.
Yeah.
But you're like, but you're in a metal band. Soda.
Prague Power. The festival I'm probably never going to again.
Hey man, if they have someone cool, I'll go.
Yeah, but it's not gonna happen.
And I also don't have anything to do the weekend after Labor Day, or it's like it's at a bad time. I liked it when it was in November because it would be cold wherever you were and warm in Atlanta. So it was
really warm this year.
It's like going to NAMM in January. It's the best.
Yeah. Except for when you can't fly back.
Yeah. Okay, so the last band of this year
you go to Vegas
was Devin Townsend.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot.
Man,
I'm so
it
over.
was it's because he doesn't play. He didn't play anything
good
older than like Ziltoid,
right? Like, but Ziltoid or like
a bunch
Ocean
of new
Machine
stuff, and the new stuff sounds exactly like the other recent stuff,
right?
Well, and so we actually lucked out when we saw him at Heavy Montreal.
Yeah,
that was a comparatively good set.
Because he was at a metal fest. He was like, I gotta heavy it up. Right. He even did Love, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and like
but then he goes to Prague Power. He's like, I gotta nerd it up.
Right. He did exactly.
Or like
he did
be myself.
Right.
I need to really be myself. Hey guys, this terrible new stuff I've been doing.
The best part of the set was that he opened with Summer '69 again. And although he actually played way more of it than last time, he just played a few bars last time and was like, "What? I'm Canadian." It was all right, but it was just the same stuff. And I mean, Annika van Giersbergen, did one. Actually, that was nice because at least the stuff that she sings on, it's way better when it's like a person singing it than just backing tracks.
Right.
And he's definitely got more stuff happening outside of tracks now because he's got like this keyboard player who also runs the like tracks and stuff. But So it was all right. But man, he had both a Kemper and an Axe Effects, and I was like, and he sounds the same every time. Like,
I'm confused.
He just keeps shuffling. Well, he owns all the gear now, so he just shuffles it.
He's got